Wicked, 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 wicked. Wicked tones, you know.
Spent like 10 minutes the other day trying to get it off that thing. I was training someone the other day, and it was like a new client of mine, someone that came to me for help with like a bunch of things, and we did legs together. So obviously leg days, as anyone who really trains knows that like leg days is kind of the day of the week where it's like I gotta like nut up a bit and fucking like this might not be like the funnest time of the week for me. So it's like we were going through the workout, and it was like my style of workout, which people have seen and what I've put people through. But he was literally in the middle of it, like legs were pumped, felt great, all this stuff. Didn't have knee pain. He always has knee pain. He had no knee pain. And he just said to me, you can't train like this all the time though, right? And I was like, what do you mean? Like, it's like this is foreign to you now because you've never done it before. But the idea is for this to become normal to you. So that like kicking it up a notch from here is requiring you to work harder, right? Like this is a baseline of what we're doing. Like it's a fucking baseline, especially when it's the first time I do legs with you. I'm not pushing you to the brink of fucking the way I push Kathleen, the way I push Cody, the way I push Robin and Antoine. Like these guys are very experienced, right? Very strong. But it's like, if you're just coming in here used to going through the motions and then wondering why you're not great or you don't have the physique you want, you should probably ask yourself like, so yeah, you don't have to train like this every day, but you also aren't going to be great. You're not going to be great, and you're not going to, like, in your mind, be great. Where you look in the mirror and you're like, man, I'm really happy with the way I look, right? Because you're giving that much effort. If what I perceive as minimal effort is your maximal effort, you have to understand that there's levels to what we're doing here, right? Like in any sport. There's like, you can't walk in off the street and spar with Tyson Fury just because you're a big guy and you can throw some punches and you get in street fights. He'll dissect you and dismantle you and make you look like an idiot. And that's what's happening when these people are exposed to real training for the first time. They almost fear it, or they almost like make excuse like, oh, well, this is just like every now and then I'll do this. It's like, no, man, like if you want to be great at bodybuilding, or you want to be the best that you can be, you have to push all the time. Not to say that every workout, like the goal isn't to make someone throw up. The goal isn't to make you fucking roll around on the ground and flop like a fish. But if those things happen on the road to doing a great workout, that's what happens. It's like never a goal to make someone throw up or go through this like crazy thing, but like you have to do what you have to do to get through the work. This is the prescribed work we're gonna do today. You gotta get through it. And if you keep putting yourself through this prescribed work, after a while it becomes less daunting and less of a task because you've acclimated to the workload, right? But if you're gonna come and go, and like one workout's a fucking walk in the park, you're here for fucking 3 hours shooting the shit with people, you don't even fucking sweat, you don't even fucking breathe hard, there's no hard sets, or you make like a couple grunts just to like make it look like you're doing something. But it's like, this is what it takes to be great, and that consistency of that effort is what it takes. And no, every workout shouldn't be draining you to the ground where someone's got to help you and pick you up. Like, it's not going to happen on back days. It's not going to happen on chest days, right? But the goal is to get you so pumped and so full of blood that you just you don't even know what to do with yourself, right? And like, I can remember when I used to train, like when I was training for bodybuilding, when I originally started getting into bodybuilding, my buddy Joe trained me in Rhode Island after I stopped playing football. And I would literally dread leg days from the second the leg day was done of the week before. So if we did legs on Thursday, I was already fucking dreading next week's Thursday on Friday while my legs were fucking killing me and I was still neurologically just fucked from that workout, right? So it's like, I don't know where that went, where it's like now people, and it gets back to this band shit. Like, oh my God, did people lose their minds about me talking about bands? Like, because I'm just broadly speaking about band work in general. This guy's educating me on rehab band work. Like, shut the fuck up, man. Like, honest to God, I'm not talking about that. Watch the fucking video. Like, these guys want to come off and spout online about like, oh, I know intelligent things to say about how this could be beneficial. Like, great, man. Go talk about it on your channel. Don't come in my section and talk to me. I don't give a shit about it, right? And I know what you're talking about, but I'm not talking about that, right? So it's like these guys all get back to this, like, it gets back to this idea of trying to outsmart hard work. So we're trying to outsmart having to fucking bust our ass. So we do these things to assist us. And these guys are arguing, well, you know, it takes the strength curve is usually, it's harder at the bottom, so I like to make it a little easier at the bottom. Wrong. Don't make it easier at the bottom. Leave it hard. That's the whole point of it. Don't take load off at the bottom. That's where we need to fucking drive the hardest. And it's like, it's easier at the top, so I have more resistance at the top. It's supposed to be easier at the top, guys. Like, what are we talking about? If you're concerned about having resistance when you're standing here and thinking that's stimulating you, the resistance and the drive is at the bottom, man. Like, you know, it gets harder as I go up. Well, yeah, it should, because the weight's moving further away from the fucking ground, guys. It's like, it's just like, it frustrates me to no end, because it's like I was talking to a buddy of mine last night, P. Diesel. Me and him used to be sponsored on Animal. P. Diesel is one of the strongest fucking guys I ever met. A great power lifter, great all-around person, and a fucking hard-working motherfucker. And like, this guy is not trying to like figure out the easiest way to do things. We're not trying to figure out the easiest way to fucking move this weight. It's like, no, I just want to move that weight, well, at all costs. I want to be so good and so technically sound that that weight just fucking moves. I don't want assistance from that, assistance from this. I don't want help with my deadlift, like a band somehow helping me or not helping me on a deadlift. And it's just like, it's this whole culture now in bodybuilding where it's like, we want to outsmart hard work. So like, girls who want a butt, they just do like all this isolating glute work and think that their butt's going to be huge. Like, girls, you're emulating women who have ass shots and fat injections in their ass and ass implants. And you're dumb enough to think that your isolating glute work is going to make you look like those girls with those asses. They're not telling you. They have ass shots, they have fat injections, they have fat transfers, they have implants. Your glute does not grow on its own and your hamstring's flat as a fucking board. It's not anatomically possible. Like, and just to have this whole like even guys in the gym, whether it's band work or whether it's like this new technical way of training where it's like I go up and then I deload and then I have a 2-week mesocycle with a fucking like, it's like, you guys are trying to reinvent the wheel, but you're understanding that all you're trying to do is circumvent hard work. That's all you're doing. It's about coming in here and being consistent and busting your ass, and it's supposed to be fucking monotonous and grueling, because that's what this sport is, man. Bodybuilding is a marathon. It is not a sprint. We don't get better in the short term. We get better over years. So you're like, oh yeah, well, every week I'm progressing because I did 8 plates on the hack squat this week with only 2 bands, not 3. Take the fucking bands off, man, and see if you can even do 8 plates, period. And it's like, it blows my mind, because like when I got into bodybuilding, it's like, I knew right from the start, because I was around a really good guy who took me on and taught me what to do, that like this was gonna be fucking difficult. It was not gonna be enjoyable at times, and I was gonna be sore and I was gonna be stiff and in pain from one leg day to the next week. The pain would just start subsiding before I had to do legs again. Not to say that this is the only way to do things, but it's like hard work and consistency is. So if you guys are fucking giving yourself ways out of stuff, or giving yourself crutches to lean on, like, well, you know, like I don't have to do this because that's a little bit much. It's like, if you have to fucking jam your lackluster bullshit workout into a 2.5, 3 hour window, you're not bodybuilding anymore, guys. You're hanging the fuck out at the gym. That's not bodybuilding. You're hanging out here. You got nothing better to do. You need another hobby. So it's like, understand that like you working hard and pushing through and being consistent and busting your ass and like leaving the gym covered in sweat. If not dripping, we're not doing a fucking cardio workout here, but like on a leg day, like if your shirt isn't dripping and you can't wring your shirt out, or it's not like a little bit wet, you didn't do a leg day. It's like, I don't understand where everyone's like, I train people and they're like, man, this leg workout's like, it's almost like cardio, man. My heart's beating out of my chest. Hello? What is working out supposed to be? Just looking in the mirror like, oh, my biceps feel pretty pumped. Where's the chicks? Like, where's some chicks around here? Where's my buddy Chris? Like, oh, it's like, no man, put your fucking headphones in or be training with your friend or whoever. Get your fucking head down and start digging, start working. Don't come up till the work's done. Then you can float around here and be a fucking jackass and all these people crying to me online, gym is my safe haven, I have nowhere else to go. It's like, that's fine. I never said you shouldn't be in the gym if you enjoy being in the gym. I said limit your workout time to a finite period and bust your ass. Then hang out here for 7 hours if you want. Awesome. If this is your happy place like it is for a lot of people and you want to be here longer, cool, man. I'm just saying get your fucking work done and chill the fuck out after. Like, if you want to do a hard ass leg workout for an hour and a half, an hour, and you're fucking drained after, you want to go in there, lay on the turf for an hour and talk to your boys, fucking all for it. Do it. But get that work in. Don't just come here and be like happy hour. Like, this has replaced happy hour for a lot of people. This is the bar. This is the bar for people. And they don't want to come here and actually work hard. They just want to like move some stuff around and like feel like put their fucking Gymshark tank top on and their fucking like whatever the fuck else it might be that people wear, Alpha Elite, this nonsense. It's like, and they just want to flitter around in here and like wear their short shorts this tall and fucking like have their shit hanging down like, oh yeah, man, I'm athletic. It's like, are you a cyclist or are you a fucking bodybuilder? I don't know what you are. But it's like, it drives me crazy and people are gonna come at me like, oh, you know, there's different ways to train. Well, there is different ways to train and there's a million ways to train and styles, but all of them have the one common denominator. You should be working hard. You should be fucking busting your ass. If you are a legitimate bodybuilder, I'm not talking to like Joe Schmo out there who fucking reads textbooks and is gonna come at me with like, you know, strength curves and mesocycles, and it's like, I don't care about your opinion. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people who want to put on muscle, who want to be fucking monsters, or girls that want to be jacked and fucking have huge fucking horse legs and massive glutes and be on stage looking like fucking goddesses up there. That's what I want. I don't want to deal with you, man. Like, I don't care about your bullshit fucking course you took and then you fucking kayak on the weekends and take pictures of your hikes. Like, I'm good. We're working out here. We're building muscle here. That's what we're about. I'm not talking to you people. If you people come to me and you learn some stuff, then I'm happy for that. And that's what we're trying to do, is empower people to be better at working out. But like, if you're gonna come at me and be like, talk about styles of working out and you're fucking 170 pounds like this and look like you've never even benched your body weight, get the fuck out of here, dude. I'm not talking to you.